all you cool cats, people, and Cynics Gaming. I know you're watching. What are you guys up to today? Nothing cool. We're going to talk about a really shitty movie. So we all know Five Nights at Freddy's, right? We've been new. There was an official Five Nights at Freddy's movie, but there's also been a couple rip-offs of Five Nights at Freddy's. And today we're going to be talking about the worst one. If you think I'm talking about Willy's Wonderland, you would be sorely mistaken. Willy's Wonderland is actually one of probably my favorite bad movies. It's just a fun time. Nicolas Cage fucks a pinball machine. It's just all around fun. No. Today, we're going to be talking about Freddy's Fridays. Yeah, that's right. There's a chance you probably haven't heard of it. It wasn't popular when it came out, and it's still not popular. There's about 11 reviews for it on Amazon. I also bought it, and I believe I was probably one of the only ones to buy it. So this movie is fully just a cash grab, right? It came out a week before the Five Nights at Freddy's movie called Freddy's Friday. So then when you look it up, it would most likely pop up, and then you'd be like, oh, it already came out. And then you'd watch it, and then you'd get this shit. But it's not even really a ripoff. The monsters, I don't think, are animatronics. One of them is straight up wearing Vans, and then you can see skin. And then one of them has like a heart that gets ripped out. Probably can't show that one, but yeah, I don't think they're animatronics, even though it's supposed to be a ripoff. That was a little bit confusing. Anyways, we'll just get into it because it's a fucking shit show, dude. Oh, I recorded myself and my fiance Judy watching it, so we'll check in with them every now and then, see what they're up to while they're watching it for the first time.
Come on, big boy. I want you. It's 4 things to think about. Exactly, it's Friday.
So we're starting off strong here. One, the movie is already horny as hell, and they've already said Friday. Is he just not going to grab the tie? I mean, what the fuck? That looked like a nice tie. We're just going to fucking leave it?
I've been in worse places.
There was this one time I was walking past the Wendy's, and I heard moaning coming from the dumpsters, and I was like, huh, well, that's odd. And then I just didn't want to worry about it. And then because I was going to a gas station and I walked back, I saw 2 Wendy's workers slightly nude getting out of the dumpster. I assumed that would be worse than just a creepy basement. Fucking in the Wendy's dumpster.
How romantic, baby.
Todd? My name's Todd.
So she tries to call him baby, and then he goes, Todd? My name's Todd? I feel like I was about to get it on with someone, and they were like, oh yeah, baby. It's actually Corey. Thank you very much. Fucking mood killer, right? Like,
Who's this?
well, if you would have watched Ash vs. the Evil Dead, that's clearly the Necronomicon. Just saying.
I'd like you to read for me. It's actually Latin. It doesn't matter if you can't read it.
I need all of you to promise me something. If you are ever led into a creepy basement with a man named Todd and he asks you to read Latin for him, just don't do it, you know? Like it's not gonna end well. You know, you're gonna summon fucking Gabulagoo, and then Gabulagoo's gonna be like, hey, what you doing? You wanna play some fucking Fortnite?
Frederick.
Did she just say Frederick? I thought this movie was called Freddy's Fridays, not Frederick's Fridays. I feel so bad for the actress, because here's my theory of how they're filming this, is they straight up just have like a camera on top of a leaf blower, and then they're just running at her with the leaf blower, because you can see like her mouth starts going fucking crazy like the old Vines did with the leaf blowers. The fucking boys are here! They're here! And this is why you don't read Latin, because you're gonna fucking summon Gabulafu, who just wants to play some Fortnite. Do you really want to play Fortnite with Gabulafu? So, at this point, I was like, oh, all these monsters are gonna have like a cool little backstory. Five Nights at Freddy's style. They all have different names, they all just have kind of different personalities. No, they're all just kind of great value monsters. This is where shit gets wild, though. I was really curious about what the monsters' names were, and their names are Freddy, Scarecrow, Clown, and Humpty. And the other two are just describing their costumes, but Humpty's different. I guess Humpty kind of looks like an egg, but he looks more fleshed out. And so I went to IMDb. Humpty has 2 other movies that he's the main villain in that came out before this. So they're opening up a fucking MCU of shitty horror movies right now. Be on the lookout. This is scary shit.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right, I'm not gonna show it because it is kind of gory, but I'll recreate it for you. So basically, Freddy, or who we can assume is Freddy, takes like a scythe and like whacks her in the neck, and then she goes, oh, and then suddenly like she's on the ground, and then she's being pulled. It's just the scythe into the neck, and then she goes, wow, okay. It's just so jarring. And then she suddenly has blood all over her arms. It doesn't make any sense. It makes 0 sense. There is a really gnarly head chop off, but even that kind of looks a little bit funky. And then Freddy has like this weird thing of his eyes just don't. They just fucking, they're like going wacky woo, and like I think he's supposed to be serious, but I can't take him seriously when like I'm just focusing on his eyes and one just fucking goes boop.
When was the last time that you saw her?
There ain't no way they actually have like a professional detective has a whiteboard and is sitting there with a giant question mark, and they're just staring at it like, man, I wonder who it is. So basically, then we find out that the girl that was just killed is called Anastasia, and she was an escort, and then the detective goes, all right, fuck off, and then throws her sister out. And then this chuckle fuck walks in, and he has the least intimidating voice possibly ever.
All I'm saying is these girls, they go missing. Sometimes they come back, sometimes they don't.
Sometimes they come back, and sometimes they don't.
So, all escorts become drug addicts now. Is that what you're saying, Chief?
That's not what I'm saying.
So there is like this kind of strange subplot where it's a big commentary on escorts and the kind of the work escorts do. It's in this part where they kind of talk about escorts and how they're not all drug addicts. Kind of like, you know, it's a little strange. And then later on, the detective thinks about becoming an escort, and then also kind of becomes an escort. And then we get this insanely long walking scene. No dialogue, just straight up the main character walking. It almost seems like the actress was just walking home from set, and they like sent a camera guy out there, and he was just like sitting in the bushes like, oh yeah, this is good shit for the Freddy's movie. It's also around this bit where a commercial popped up for my fiance and I, and it's the most fun we had the entire time while we were watching it.
I'm at the nail salon. I'm at the grocery store. I'm at the combination nail salon and grocery store.
Wait, she's at the nail salon and the grocery store?
She's at the combination nail salon and grocery store.
Come on. Let's walk and talk. So, about this girl.
Not here.
Right.
Her name was Anastasia.
She says not here, then walks maybe 5 feet away, and then is like, all right, we'll talk about your fucking case right here. 5 feet from where we just were.
Oh yes, Leela. Women like to fuck too?
You don't have to tell me. That lady right here likes to fuck.
Okay, back to this movie is extremely horny. Like oddly horny.
Look, I probably shouldn't show you this, but do you recognize this girl? I know I shouldn't show you these pictures, but
So when I first watched it, I was a little bit confused because she kept saying, I'm not supposed to show you these. But I assumed she was just showing her pictures of the girls that went missing, just like the ones that she had on her whiteboard earlier. No, she's showing their crime, like the crime scene photos of them murdered.
But I don't recognise any of those girls. Not that it's easy to with their faces like that.
no, sorry.
What? She's just like, she has these on her phone. She's just walking up. Have you seen these girls with this murder photo? Have you seen them? Clearly very murdered. And I know this will probably give you trauma for the rest of your life, but have you seen them?
I don't know about this one, babe. I don't want you getting involved in this.
Isn't she a detective though? Isn't it kind of like her job to figure this out? Who are you to be talking about, I don't want you to do this?
Well, she wouldn't have skipped out because she's got a sister.
Is that what this is all about?
What?
Finding these girls? It's not going to bring Sarah back. She's...
Don't, John. Don't.
Then we find out that the main character has a sister that died. Where have I heard that before? Garrett! And then this is the only time they bring it up in the entire movie. They have this scene where it seems like it's going to be a big plot, and then nothing.
Don't bring my sister into this.
The fact that Sarah was taken when you were a kid, that shouldn't be the reason that you run headfirst into danger all the time.
The sad music here for some reason also kind of threw me off. Because like it's not that sad of a scene, it's more kind of aggressive. I mean, I guess like one of the characters is sad, but the other one is most definitely not sad. It's like, imagine this music suddenly coming on while you're doing the dishes. Oh, that's really sad.
Never liked him anyway. You know, he never likes any of my Instagram posts.
I've got a feeling we got ourselves a bit of an influencer.
He knows that's my livelihood, right? The more likes I get, the more sponsors I get.
I know, Jess. You've told me before.
Maybe I should just be this aggressive when I'm asking for like likes and comments. I usually don't even do that in the first place. But maybe if I was this aggressive and I said, maybe you should start fucking liking my posts, huh? Huh? Then she asks her influencer friend for help stalking the suspect, Todd, online. And I'm like 95% sure that is extremely illegal. She's now shown a random person fucking crime scene photos, and now she's going up to her roommate and being like, hey, listen, all right, I know this might be confidential, but I need you to look up somebody for me because I don't know how to use a computer. So then we got back to Todd, and Todd just gets handed a phone by one of them and then just calls somebody. We never figure out who the fuck he calls, but he just calls somebody. How did the monsters get the phone? Did they run down to the fucking Verizon store and just buy one?
Till very recently, like zero luck on the stock market. But now, all of a sudden, his luck is changing.
So then we find out that Todd here is a stockbroker who has not had much luck, and then recently he started having a lot of luck. So we can assume that probably old Frederic over there is doing something a little spooky to get him some money, as long as Todd keeps bringing him girls.
Insider trading?
Insider trading.
Yeah, like tips and shit.
Yeah, I know what it is. I just didn't think you would. No offense.
Why the fuck? Why would she not know what insider trading is? It's a popular term. What? What?
What I want to know is if we can work out where this guy is going to go tonight, because judging by his Instagram, he goes out every Friday night.
Oh, well, actually, now you mention it, he is out tonight at Clara Bell's.
So I'm starting to think Todd here is not the best serial killer. He's giving everyone his real name, Todd Fisher, and he's also posting on Instagram where he's going to go get girls to kill them. How has he not been caught? He's killed 6 people already. How have we not figured this one out, guys?
Do you want to use my membership card? Yeah, well, they gave me a membership card after I got them like 20,000 likes on one of their posts.
Did she just have that there the entire time, or?
I'm gonna need your help, aren't I?
Yeah.
Makeover montage! Woo! And then there isn't one. It just cuts to now. She's already had her makeover. I was extremely disappointed.
And who the fuck are you? Oh, you come in here all pretty and dressed up. Do you know who I am? Get the fuck out of here, bitch. Yeah. I'll keep struggling. That's great.
So when I first watched this back, I thought that might be her roommate, right? And I was like, man, that looks a lot like her roommate. Why is her roommate over here snorting pure Colombian cocaine and calling her a bitch? I think it's the same actor because there's no other actors that are listed as club goers. So I think they just reused her, but it's super confusing. I thought it was her roommate. Also, what, they just snuck behind, is this an escape room? Did they just sneak into the wall? What just happened? Imagine that you're walking in a like car garage, and then like you just walk in, and then you hear fucking. The fuck was that? What? Don't you guys dare worry. Our boy Todd here is no dummy. He keeps hearing the footsteps, so he goes back and looks. But our detective friend, who I forget the name of, just fucking Batman's away. Just vanishes. Whoosh. So eventually our detective follows them back to the little fucking weird little dungeon place, but gets locked out. And so we just have to watch another woman get killed, and then the detective watches Todd leave, goes in, finds blood, and is just like, oh. Then the whole place like gets like dropped in black light all of a sudden, like UV light, and then she just runs. And she grabs the book, the fucking Necronomicon, and just runs. There's no explanation of what she saw, what this was. She was just like, eh, fuck this. The only thing we really get is Frederic kind of looks around the corner. It's like, the fuck was she doing? And then that's it.
I found this book.
Yeah, I can't believe I let you bring that in the car. Is that actual skin?
I don't know. I think so. Look.
I have a feeling if I found a book made of skin and an eye that was blinking on it, I think I'd probably just be like, nah. I think I'm okay. And then just run.
Frederic Oblationum TV Sushipe Animamiam.
And then the boyfriend fucks up and he reads the little Latin, which I told you guys never do. The boyfriend here clearly is not listening to me. But we'll find out the consequences later, all right? We'll figure it out later. Never mind, I guess he's already dead. Don't know what happened there. And then there's this weird dream that's like all dropped in red light, and then her boyfriend like tries to kill her, and the boys are there, and I don't know what's happening. The movie starts really going off the rails for me on this one.
Frederic, Oblation M, TB, Sushi.
No. What?
And then the roommate fucks up and also reads it, and you know what? We'll probably figure out what happens later.
No, for real!
Oh my god, she's dead too. Huh. Wow. There goes two of the main characters. Also, I didn't really mention this before, but the characters keep popping up in the mirrors. It happened with old Frederic earlier, and it kept happening in this scene of her death. The detective eventually finally convinces Todd that, take me to your lair, please. but the book's not there. Wow, gee willikers, Batman.
Where is it?
So what he does, earlier I called Todd smart. He does the dumbest thing possibly ever, is he reads the sentence that's supposed to kill you and tells her to say it back. Whoopsie. And then I'm not even kidding you, Frederic punches Todd to death. Straight punches him to death. No weapon, just straight fucking bitch. So then the detective goes back home after watching Todd get legitimately wrecked, and finds her roommate dead, and then just sits in the bathroom for a while. Just let her chill in there. So then we get like a little bit of kind of like exposition here, and we find out that you actually have to kill the monsters with their own weapons. And then the detective's boss randomly shows up in her apartment, and like they scare each other. They go, "Hurrah!" And then she finally gets him to believe her. Like what went? What? And then he shows up to kill 4 people with a bat. He is a police officer, and he shows up with a fucking baseball bat. Also, where are the other police? Are we not going to call them in? Like, are we just doing this one alone? What? And then they kind of explain it as like, oh, they won't believe us. But isn't he the chief? Aren't they supposed to just follow what you say? Ugh.
Got this.
Our detective here, she launches this big plan to get, she's going to say the sentence to get her killed, and then they're going to take her out. And then the boss straight up reads the sentence and dies. What?
You're bleeding.
Wait, never mind. Yeah, he might actually be alive. Let's see. There's a look in his eyes that tell me he's not in pain. He's just, if I just got like stabbed in the stomach with a pitchfork, I don't think I'm looking at someone with a stank eye. And then the most terrifying thing in the movie happens. But so then she kills them all pretty much, other than Frederic, who I believe his weapon is the scythe. That'll come in handy here in a second. What I have just shown you was fully unedited. That is actually how we are expected to believe that the main monster dies. He doesn't, don't worry, he comes back, and then there's like a little lead up into a sequel. But that's how the big fight, that's how it ends. Then we have this shitty 2 weeks later that pops up, and then they just both sit there and smoke, and then that's it. Yeah. That's the movie. Again, as I said, they do set it up for a sequel at the end, but it's just, man, I don't want this. I don't want any more of this, please. I beg of you, don't do this. But yeah, that was Freddy's Fridays. It was dog shit. It was really bad. It was not fun bad, it was just bad. If you guys did enjoy the video of us just talking about a movie, you can let me know by liking the video. That would be pretty cool. You can comment something, go fucking tee-hee ha-ha, poopy pants, or I don't know, what do you want to comment? I don't know. Or the biggest thing you probably do is subscribe, and then you've already done one thing, which is watch the video, which also helps a shit ton. That's all I really have. All right, goodbye.